headlining the show, and it was. I mean, it got you going. You went to the pills as if it was like the Grey Goose sponsor does.
Finally, I've been so for the whole month I've been very calm. You know what I mean? My life, I fucking lost it.
Yeah, Bob flipped out on me and Sal Saturday night.
What happened?
Oh, you didn't know he was upset, though.
Well, I knew he was then, but Shuley said he was upset at me through the whole show. I wish he would have just said, hey, man, I'd rather you not talk about this with you, because I like Shuley, I like Bob and those guys. But
Let me play the rest. Here's their complaints.
Okay. If you got money issues in comedy, you don't talk to the guy before the show. You wait till after the show to talk about it, because it affects everybody's mood if you do it before the show. Right. So Richard comes up to me. We did 2 shows in Connecticut, and he comes up to me and he says, I think I should be paid again for the second show because Bob never told me about the second show. And Bob's like, what are you talking about? You talked to him beforehand. You know there was a second show added on.
Yeah, I said we're doing the other show, and I go, this is what I can get you.
And you got paid for the second show. It was the check you got at the end of the night. That's how comedy works. It doesn't mean if you did 2 shows, you get paid twice.
Right.
And then and so what does he say to you when you said there isn't going to be another check? You got what you got. He says, well, I gotta pay taxes.
Yeah, you gotta. And I said, you see that guy right there?
He points at me and he points at Yucko.
I point to them. I point to fucking basically almost everyone else on the show, and I go, talk to those people that got to pay taxes that are making less than you.
Right.
Okay.
And if he gets more money, he's got to pay more taxes.
Exactly.
Well, that's the other thing.
We all have to pay. I go, I got to pay taxes. I go, what do you think I do with these fucking checks? I get fucking W-9 forms sent to me. Jim gets you got to pay taxes. How much is Howard paying you a week? I'm paying you more. Right. Okay. Fucking give me a fucking break.
I know.
Give me a fucking break.
Well, why is he working with you?
Well, that's
These
the
guys
thing.
always amaze me.
Well, the thing is, I
Wait a
told
minute,
them
who are you
next.
saying is wrong here?
Bob and Shuley.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind.
How so?
First of all, Shuley and Bob are saying, oh, he's so lucky. He didn't have to do $200 a week and move in with his parents. So fucking what? Who gives a shit? The guy, for some reason, is a draw. I don't know what he does in these clubs.
But wait a minute.
They seem to feel they need him.
Wait a minute,
If they don't
Howard.
need him, then don't put him on the bill.
What they are saying is that they arrange with Richard beforehand what his payment will be.
And he's usually fine with that, but I guess there was some confusion about how many shows he was doing.
Well, what it was is Bob added a second show before he asked me if I wanted to do a second show on Friday night. And when I got paid for both shows, I just wondered why the second show I didn't get paid as much for than I did for the first show.
What was the answer?
There wasn't as big of a crowd, I guess.
So you're not allowed to ask that question?
That's all I did. I asked. To me, when I went out on stage, it looked like the second show was sold out too. Like we had the same amount of people both shows. So I thought, well, then why didn't I get the same amount of money for the second show as I did the first?
Well,
and I understand if there wasn't, if I didn't see the right amount of people on the audience.
I think you and Sal ought to branch off and start working with Artie.
Well, this
you guys
Artie
are
won't work with him.
Oh no, not after Thursday. Everyone would pay triple to see that. You guys would beat the shit out of each other. Are you kidding? I'm talking about big money.
You think they'd be good?
I'm talking about
road?
Nassau Coliseum.
It's like Van Halen getting back together.
Right. I'd go see that. I think I'd actually get motivated to go see that.
Oh my goodness!
I am doing a gig with Artie in December.
Are you?
In Cleveland. Yeah.
You're still doing that?
That's still going on.
As long as it's okay with Artie.
Is it all right with you, Art?
No, I forgot about that.
I mean, I already bought my plane ticket, but I can get a credit. I mean,
you want to cancel that?
I mean, I don't want to work with the guy.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. I don't know.
I'll pay you for the gig. Just don't.
No, you don't even have
Just
to pay
don't
me.
come now. You don't even have to show up.
Hey, that's a pretty good deal.
And Richard will still
No,
complain
I'm
about
not
it.
gonna. I'm not gonna take his
If there's
money.
a second show, I'll get you money.
No. I guess I'm not coming to Cleveland, people. Sorry.
All right.
Well, you can go to Cleveland on your own.
Sure.
Yeah.
You go see the sights.
Go just see the people.
Go visit Jacobs Field.
But I don't want to argue with Bob and Shuley about that, because I told Bob next year, like a lot of it for me is me and Sal have to take off on Fridays sometimes to go do these shows.
Right.
It takes away from our work. I want it to be worth my time to be, because we're getting money taken away from us.
I hear you.
And I'm not doing any
And
shows
by the way,
with
why
him
do they
next
bring
year.
into the argument what you make here? Here, listen to this.
I know working here at Sirius, he without a doubt makes more money than I do. I know that for a fact. If I had to
Now,
live...
what's that got to do? Why is he looking in Richard's
Yeah,
pocket?
it doesn't matter. That does not matter.
That just doesn't matter in any of this.
off the money I'm making just for what I do for the news, I probably wouldn't be able to live in New York, you know?
Yeah.
And the comedy's a huge thing for me, but it's such a kick in the face to every comic who's gone through the ranks that this guy A is making more than you are, and B could give a shit about it, just wants the paycheck and that's it, and really isn't doing it because he wants to do it, you know? And that to me, it put me in a really shitty mood the whole night.
They left. Both of them went home.
Every time I looked at him, I was just getting more and more upset, and I didn't want to get into it with him. And I was just really pissed off because, you know what? We're all up there busting our ass. We've all come through the fucking
we all
ranks.
working as a team.
And Bob comes up to me backstage, says, "Look, I'm gonna have to get you your money tomorrow." I said, "Fine, Bob, no problem." Bob's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
Bob's
on
not
the
running
Friday
off
night,
with
I
my
had to
check.
go through so many numbers, and I had to sit there. I got back to your hotel, Jim, at 3 in the morning after Friday night. And you know,
I don't know why Shuley is involved with how much money Richard makes. And now the other argument is you have to like stand-up comedy and love it in order to go do it. Like, you mean I have to like doing this in order to do it? And you mean a football player? That's the other rap, too, with sports. Guys go, "Oh,
He's
man,
just here to get the check."
he's just here for a paycheck." Yeah. Why the fuck else would you be getting your brains beaten in every day? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the paycheck. I'd be doing some other shit.
But it is
course
more
it's a-
fun to watch people who love what they do.
No, Shuley loves it. And Bob Levy looks like the happiest comedian I've
Oh
ever
my
seen.
God, Bob's so miserable all
No
the time.
shit, but
I actually
you
love.
have to love it and be grateful.
And
what is this rap?
I don't know
hearing?
where he gets off saying I don't love it. I get up there and I love it. I love the crowds. I love doing comedy. I do.
No,
it in-
you don't love it. He says you don't.
You're
Me and
just there for
Shuley-
the paycheck.
See, that's
Shuley
bullshit,
says
'cause
you're there for the paycheck.
That's bullshit. Me and Shuley go to Caroline's on Tuesdays quite a bit just to work on material, and I love just getting up there and doing it.
Why
I
do you
get
go
as
to-
much pleasure going to Caroline's for free and doing comedy as I do traveling, but to make it worth traveling and worth taking some time off work, I want to get a little bit of money, but there's no argument because if they don't want to pay it, fine, I just won't go.
The one thing I don't understand is this taking time off work. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I didn't even know about that.
We work Fridays here. Me and Sal come in
Who's
on
giving you the
Friday.
day off?
Well, we have to take a day off sometimes if we're traveling to California.
Why would I go for that?
I don't know. I mean,
It's crazy.
Yeah, did you ever tell Howard you're taking time off?
we always we have a certain amount of days off during the year, and we always
You use your day off.
we use our
Oh.
day off. We're not taking days off like
No,
when
I
the
know.
show's on.
You're all right.
But what I'm saying is we
You're
lose
getting beaten
money.
up enough.
Yeah,
I just heard that.
after
I wanted
last
to be clear on what was going
after
on.
last week,
Now,
I'm
Shuley's-
just not into arguing.
Yeah, well, Shuley's whole attitude is way off kilter. I understand he's bitter about some shit, but he's
Well, Richard didn't have the $200 a night gigs and live
Well,
in his family's home.
yeah,
for a year
and
when I
also Richard, you know what? But Richard, whether Richard likes doing stand-up comedy or not is irrelevant, and what his salary is here is irrelevant.
What is relevant though is he good? Is
Right.
he good?
Yeah, well, I mean, I get up there, I do good. I mean, I had applause breaks on Friday, and yeah.
People stop you when you're
I mean,
going.
People start clapping so loud he can't finish.
I
Look how
mean,
good he is.
and Shuley even comes up to me and says I do good, but
Yeah.
All
you
right.
know.
Well, there is the latest controversy. Richard not only
I can't believe you're such a troublemaker.
Richard
Well,
not only mixing it up on our show with Artie and the whole Sal controversy, but then taking his hits on Miserable Men.
Well,
Yeah, it
all
seems
I
like-
got to say is I'm sorry if I upset them guys by just
Where is
asking
Shuley?
some
Is he here?
questions.
What is
That's the thing too. Me and Sal have to wake up at 4 in the morning on the weekdays. That's why we don't, if we're traveling to Seattle and got to come back the next day, that's why we want to get a little bit of money because to make it worth,
course.
being dead tired when we get back here.
What is the hotel deal with you? You always
Well,
stay
that's
in
the
a
thing too. We stayed at a fan's house Friday night. We're not always asking for great
Oh, that's
hotels.
great.
They stayed. Bob, Shuley, and everybody stayed at hotels Friday. Me and Sal slept at a fan's house.
And Sal has to sniff strange panties in the bathroom.
Were
when
you
the
still
kids
doing
are
that?
asleep.
You mean fans put you up for the night? Right.
He's a great
Wow.
friend of ours. This
So why
fan,
are they saying that you're bitching about hotels?
Well, because Saturday night there's a lot of hotels near the comedy club, but we ended up staying about 20 miles away from the club, which it didn't turn out to be a big problem. But I just asked, hey, why don't we stay near the comedy club? And I guess they got upset that I asked.
Right.
Yeah, maybe you should be running your own thing, and that way you'd have an answer to all these questions.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, next year, I just want to concentrate on getting more material and becoming better, because really, I haven't been doing it for a real long time. I'm not going to say I'm a great comedian, but I told them next year I want to just take off and do clubs in New York and get better at what I do.
So you're not even going to travel with them?
I don't think so, no.
You're going to work on your act.
Yeah.
Taking a year to become an accomplished stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Boy, can you imagine the relaunch of Richard's stand-up career after a year?
I think then Artie's going to want to work with him. I think it's going to change. All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you. And I'm sorry. Those guys are my friends. I hate, that I upset them, and I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
Seems like they don't like you either.
I don't know.
You're losing friends by the day.
I guess.
here.
Hey, me and Sal, we're best friends. We're working back there. We love this show. That's all that counts, I guess.
I guess.
Better be, because you don't have much else.
Yeah.
Artie, is it hard for you not to talk during these segments?
Yeah. I don't want to take any jabs on him.
No, I think let's not. Let's not go
down those roads.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
Richard should not talk behind people's back.
I don't, Artie.
Whatever.
Jason apologized to me for that, and I'm not talking to Jason because of that.
Oh my God, we got
All hell has broken loose.
non-speakers.
That
So we
was
got to pick
total.
someone else to talk about me with?
I don't talk behind people's back. I don't want to argue about
Let's
this
not
again.
get into it.
You know, what facts or what do you have to say that I talk behind your back? Just
You admitted
on
it.
Jason's word. I did not admit it.
Yes, you did. You said you talked to Jason about me, and did Jason make that
I
shit up?
never said I talked to Jason about you. I said I talked on the show about how I was upset with what you said at the roast. I never, ever talked behind your back.
When did that roast occur?
Artie's roast last June.
We're still back at June?
Yeah.
You're carrying around
Yeah, when I told
June crap?
when I told Jason on the Rapid Show, give an example of what I said behind Artie's back. He said, well, you were mad about what Artie talked about at his roast. And yeah, everybody knows I was mad about that. I talked about it on the air. I never talked about it behind Artie's back.
All right.
Artie, what do you think of that?
I don't believe him.
See, that's the thing. No matter what.
All right. Well, let's not.
There's no facts. If Jason can produce a tape that I talked behind your back.
Well, why would you be taping your personal
He's not going to take behind
conversations?
back conversations.
I swear, I'm swearing on everything, Artie. I do not talk behind your back. And it really pisses me off that you're taking Jason's word over mine when Jason already apologized for saying that.
Jason, do you want to clear this up so I can move on?
I regret revealing the private conversation between me and Richard as friends. I really do, but I didn't make it up. I mean, you were angry. I mean,
not.
and Artie.
When was this, Jason?
It was over the summer. It was a few months ago. I mean, dude, whatever.
And
Listen,
where did we have this conversation?
in your office.
And what was it about?
Dude, didn't we go over all
You're
this?
going to make him say it again.
Jeez.
Listen, dude, listen. People bitch about people that you work with. Whatever. It's a normal thing. Like, we all work together side by side. Listen, I'm sorry it got to this point, and I'm sorry I revealed the private conversation we had. I feel really badly about it, but I didn't make it up.
But was what I
So you were apologizing for revealing a private conversation?
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, dude? You were just venting. It's we all do it. Trust me. I mean, you work with people every day. Sometimes people do stuff that pisses you off, and you vent.
If this did happen, then was what I talked about any different from anything I said on the air?
No, you agreed with everything I said that you said. I said on the wrap-up show what you said, and you said, yeah, I said all those things.
Okay, well then Artie already knows that I said that stuff. I'm not going behind your back and lying or saying anything about you. I was pissed about what you said at the roast. I said it on the air. Maybe I did have a conversation with Jason and said the same thing.
Look, don't worry. Look, as far as I'm concerned, you and Sal showed true colors to me last week that I'm not going to be able to forget. I just don't want to deal with you anymore.
Yeah, all right. That's
No
good.
big
All right.
deal.
Let's
But I
not get back
don't
into
go
it.
around talking about
we're
you.
done.
Artie.
We're done.
We're done
You
with
said
it.
it. You said it.
Now, Shuli is on the air to fight with you. Yes, Shuli.
There's another guy who hates you.
Hey, what's happening, man?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I'm with Richard on this one. Who cares what he makes here at the station that you're bitching about what you make? So you're allowed to bitch about what you make here at the station and focus on what Richard's making. Secondly, who gives a shit if Richard likes stand-up comedy or not? So what if he hates it?
Well,
What's that got to do with anything?
I stopped liking it 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, work with you though.
Artie talks to me about it all the time. He hates it.
Sure, well, all comics, essentially we all hate doing it after a while, but still, like, I got to work with the guy, and, for example, we did a show in Canada a few months back, and he uses his cell phone in Canada to call, his girlfriend and other people, and then at the end of the weekend, he wants to call the promoter to have him pay for his roaming charges on his cell phone from calling from Canada. It's like, you know what, nobody's asking.
I don't remember ever doing that.
Oh, come on, Richard. You called me, you called Bob, you said, who's
I was
gonna pay for these?
I was texting people. I didn't even call anybody there, I don't think.
But you still asked for the promoter to pay for your roaming charges. Like, you got, my point is this, like, we're all doing what we got to do to get this tour going, and, right now the tour is losing money, and everybody's kind of eating a piece of this shit sandwich, and the only one walking around that's insulted by it is Richard, the guy who's been doing comedy for 3 years. And that's frustrating to other comics who've been doing it longer. That's my point.
Truly, why is the tour losing money?
Because there's some shows that just didn't sell as much as we thought they did, and you got to pay money to rent these halls, Artie. You know that.
No, I know. I mean, you're taking. It sounded like it was doing okay though.
Right,
but the
Richard seemed to think that everybody was making money.
The thing is, the shows I've been on have done great. We sold out Friday night. They did a bunch of shows.
So maybe when you don't show up, the tour doesn't do well.
Well, they did a lot of shows without me that I guess didn't make money. But they want me to suffer for that?
Yeah,
not at all. Howard, you got to understand, this guy, this is his theory. He goes, the second show was sold out Friday night. I go, Richard, the second show wasn't sold out Friday night. There was empty seats in the audience. All I had to do was look. And he goes, well, there was a line around the corner. And I said, Richard, a line around the corner doesn't mean something's sold out.
But surely, can I not just ask? Like I'm not bitching. I'm asking you. I'm like, hey, why didn't we make as much money the second show? All I was doing was asking.
Richard, you did the same move you do with Gary. You came up to me, you looked me right in the eye, and you asked me, and I told you face to face. I said, Richard, it wasn't sold out. 5 minutes later, I see you standing over next to Yucko, telling him the same thing, going, wow, the second show was sold out, right? And you slowly but surely worked your way through the room, asking each person the same thing to make sure somebody was on your side with it.
He's like a cancer, in other words.
Yeah.
Oh, I see now.
He's turning the whole crew.
No, I'm not trying to turn anybody.
Maybe you got to learn to just ask, and then once you get a reasonable explanation, just drop it.
Okay, maybe I am bad about pressing an issue, but I'm sorry.
But do you really think they'd lie to you at this point in the tour?
No.
Well, then why not accept what they said?
I don't know. I don't remember going to Yucko after talking to Shuley.
Well, and also, Richard, you might want to do it after a show, not before we do a show, and it puts everybody in a shitty mood. That's the other thing. There's always shows. There's shows that I didn't get the money that I was promised, but you just kind of got to take it and just go with it. There's how long you been doing comedy, Richard?
Like 2 or 3 years now.
Okay, so the money you're making for doing this for 2 or 3 years is a gift that's fallen in your lap.
Yeah, but
surely that's not his
bullshit.
problem. That I disagree with.
What do you mean? If he can get
that's
that money, he gets it. Yeah, I mean that's just. What is this? You're so envious with this gift that he's being given, and
I appreciate it too. I just sometimes I have some questions. Like Bob talks about all this money they spend on advertising. Maybe I'd like to know, okay, then how much are you spending on advertising? Maybe I'd like to know the breakdown just to see why we're getting the money we're getting. I'm just
curious. But does a guy who's just on the bill deserve a breakdown?
Yeah, if it's that much of an issue for you, then why are you doing it? If there's this many questions and this many problems, why are you doing it?
There usually isn't an issue. I just wondered about that night because there was an extra show added on that I was put on without Bob asking me, so I was just curious why we didn't get as much money.
Look, these guys have a problem that'll never go away. They need each other.
Right.
Richard and Sal get the plugs on the show, but between the two of them, they can't do more than 15 minutes.
Right.
these.
No, I did a longer set on Friday. Shuley even said I did longer than I usually do.
Yeah, but I mean, you got to be able to guarantee you're going to do a certain amount of time if you're going to headline.
I can guarantee you.
These guys can't get the plugs, but they can do the 45 minutes. So now it's a power struggle of who needs who more.
Right.
Shuley, it's not Richard's problem that he got on the Stern Show and is able to get paid, money for showing up. It's almost like an appearance, but you two are never going to find happy ground as long as you